I think a lot of artists they're born artists, and that's what they have to do, and they continue to do it, and they find their comrades and communities and make art within that area of their own small world. And yet, at the same time, they're very evident of what's going on around them. The San Francisco Art Institute paralleled the art world through that entire 150 plus years. It begins in the 1870s, and a lot of it is artists finding their way to that West Coast, whether they're escaping from somewhere else or following the money. San Francisco must have been awfully lively in the 19th century as it's inventing a whole new world for itself. It was fertile ground for doing something new. The 1960s is also, flower power and black power and social movements that could probably only have happened in the Bay Area and then spread elsewhere. The 80s and 90s and up to the present day was always filled with people trying to grapple with that world of technology.
For over a century, San Francisco's art schools served as the foundation for the city's creative identity. Schools like the San Francisco Art Institute played a vital role in bringing young, aspiring artists to the city, giving them a place to contribute to the city's creative spirit.
The San Francisco Art Institute was such an awesome place for community and for just creativity.
The art schools fostered this sense of existing community. They create a great incubator for art making and creative thinking and creative expression.
In the late 1990s, San Francisco began to change. The era of the dot-com boom transformed the city's economy into an epicenter for technology. Neighborhoods once filled with creative communities became dense hubs for internet companies. As real estate prices rose, many of the spaces artists once depended on began to disappear.
The early 2000s, when you have the first dot-com boom that really disrupts San Francisco real estate.
Sadly, tech has pretty much destroyed San Francisco. They haven't been willing to give back in a way that's meaningful. What happens when you don't give it back is that everything starts to decline. We end up having a world that isn't interesting to live in.
This financial pressure eventually led to the closure of the San Francisco Art Institute in 2022 and the planned closure of the California College of the Arts in 2027.
And that's it. That's the end of art schools in San Francisco. That's a huge shift, and that's going to, I think, change the community a lot and create instability.
We are in a real period of crisis because most of the ecosystem of San Francisco was maintained through not only artists getting their degrees in the local art schools, but then also being employed by the local art schools.
I think right now, especially in the last, I would say even year, with the AI boom in tech, we're seeing another moment in the arts where things have become drastically unaffordable.
You have to make like $70,000 a year individually just to live here, just to be able to make it. And, the arts community, we don't make that at all. It's been a stretch for a lot of folks.
We've seen people moving away, really sort of a mass exodus.
And if artists still live in San Francisco, then we don't have a healthy art scene. In the last year, 6 months, I would say we've seen a shift in smaller nonprofit organizations really starting to rethink or think differently about new models of supporting the local community. Art Plus Water is a good example of one of these new initiatives.
In early 2027, Art Plus Water will move into Pier 29, transforming the once dormant pier into a new cultural hub for San Francisco's art scene. With free studio space, exhibition areas, and a gallery, the program hopes to give young artists the space, visibility, and support they need to begin their careers.
I'm hoping that in 10 years, the model that Art Plus Water is offering will expand and explode. When you grow up in your particular creative field in the Bay Area, you automatically grow a community that wants to support you and that does support you. And it's that frame of mind, that inventiveness, that willingness to go out on a limb, that experimental sense that has sustained San Francisco and produced all this incredible work and culture.
You know, we need all the different stages of artists in our world, in our cities, to make them diverse. We need to change the way that we think about how we live and what our purpose is. It shouldn't be about money. You have the power. Youth are the ones who have the power today. Everybody has eyes on you. What you all say and want, that's where things will go.